Hey, imagine you're scrolling through a stack of best massage chairs, articles while your neck is already feeling the strain from another hour at the desk. You've probably thought, maybe I should just treat myself to a chair that does the work for me. But what if I end up with a bulky piece of furniture that never really hits the spots I need? That hesitation is real. Spending a few $1,000s on something that sits in the corner and gathers dust would be a nightmare. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I started digging into the world of home massage chairs, the first thing I looked at was how well they actually adapt to a person's body shape. A lot of models use a one-size-fits-all approach, and you end up either feeling like the rollers are missing the right muscles or they're digging in too hard. The Osaki Titan TP Epic 4D tries to solve that with its Attentive body scan. The chair runs a quick sensor sweep the moment you sit down, mapping the curvature of your spine and the width of your shoulders. That data feeds into the 4D massage mechanism, which not only moves side to side and up and down like older 3D units, but also adjusts the depth of each roller in real time. In practice, that means the chair can gently glide over a tender lower back 1 minute and then apply a firmer pressure to the neck if it detects more tension there. The SL track is another piece of Osaki's jargon that actually matters. Traditional chairs have a straight line of rollers that can feel a bit disconnected from the natural shaped curve of the spine. The SL track follows that shape, so the rollers stay aligned with each vertebra as they move. I tested it on a day after a long bike ride, and the lower lumbar region got a consistent, rolling pressure that seemed to follow the natural dip of my lower back rather than sliding off to the side. For anyone who spends a lot of time hunched over a screen, that alignment can feel like a targeted release rather than a generic massage. Now, the air compression system. The Titan packs 36 air cells that inflate and deflate across the shoulders, arms, hips, and calves. The combination of rollers and air pressure gives you a two-pronged approach. The rollers work the deeper muscles while the air cells give a light, pulsing squeeze that mimics a therapist's hands. I found the air cells especially helpful after a heavy leg workout. The gentle compression helped flush out that lingering heaviness without the rollers feeling too aggressive. If you're the type who enjoys a combination of deep tissue and a soothing, almost hug-like sensation, this dual system is a practical strength. Zero gravity is a buzzword you see on almost every high-end chair, but the Titan offers a 3-stage version. Stage 1 lifts your hips slightly, Stage 2 flattens the spine, and Stage 3 adds a slight recline that mimics the feeling of weightlessness. In my experience, the second stage gave the best balance between comfort and the ability to let the rollers do their work. The full stretch you get feels like you're floating, which can reduce pressure on the joints while the massage mechanisms continue their rhythm. For people with arthritis or joint pain, that reduced load can be a real benefit. One thing that often trips people up is how much floor space a massage chair actually needs. The Titan uses what Osaki calls space-saving technology, which essentially means the chair can retract a few inches when you pull the footrest forward, shaving off a bit of its footprint. It's still a sizable piece, roughly the width of a standard recliner, but if you have a dedicated corner in a living room or a home office, the reduced depth can make it fit more comfortably than you'd expect. Just be aware that you'll still need a clear path to get the chair in and out, especially if you have tight hallway dimensions. Noise is another practical concern. Some chairs sound like a low-rumbled engine, which can be distracting if you're trying to unwind with a book or a movie. The Titan's motor is reasonably quiet. The rollers make a soft whirring that's easy to ignore, and the air cell inflation is a gentle hiss. It's not completely silent, but it's far from the clanking you'd hear from cheaper models. If you're sensitive to background sounds, you'll likely appreciate that the noise level stays low enough to keep the experience meditative rather than intrusive. Control simplicity can feel overwhelming the first time you sit down. The Titan's remote has a dozen buttons, and the menu hierarchy can seem dense. However, the learning curve isn't steep if you spend a few minutes walking through the preset programs. There's a quick massage that defaults to a balanced sequence, which is perfect for a casual 15-minute session. For more specific needs, like a focus on the upper back, you can dial in a custom program where you choose the roller intensity, air cell pressure, and even the speed of the SL track. If you're the